Thanks for tuning in to Savannah Music Chit Chat. I am your host, Charlie Smith, and sitting beside me is my special guest, Jacob Evans. What's up, Jacob?
What up, man?
Man, it's such a pleasure.
Ditto.
Before we go any further, I would like to thank my sponsor, The World of Wells. Thank you. The World of Wells is a documentary series from Jim McLean that you can watch on YouTube and Rumble. This comprehensive exploration of everything Wells begins with wells of the Bible and continues with wells of Savannah and wells of the Floridan Aquifer. Jim is currently in production of his fourth installment, Wells of Myth and Legend, set to premiere in early 2023. If you want to learn about the history, science, and general knowledge of water wells, especially in our area, then tune into the World of Wells. I have a link to the program in the description. Welcome back, everyone. And if you have not subscribed to YouTube, please push that button, subscribe to YouTube, and follow us on Rumble. Thank you so much. Welcome back and welcome, Jacob, to the show. Before we get started, I have so many things to talk to you about music-wise, your personal life, and everything else, but we have to give props to my new social media expert, the General himself, General Gasius Farticus from ancient Rome. What's up, Gas?
Solway, Charles. It is I, General Gasius Farticus, commander of Imperial Legions, and now social media sensation.
Man, how are things in ancient Rome, Gas?
Well, Charles, things are going fantastic. I am now up to 30 Facebook friends. Ha ha!
30 friends? Gas, that doesn't seem like a whole bunch of friends, man. You're supposed to be my expert. What's up?
Well, it is a great deal of friends here in ancient Rome, Charles. Yes, and no one in the first cohort has more than 5 friends. It's true. Sad, but true. So, please, Jacob, friend me on Facebook. I always say, the more, the merrier.
So what else is going in ancient Rome?
Well, Charles, I'm being dispatched to Judea to put down yet another rebellion. This time, a lawyer has convinced the rabble that our imperial occupation of Judea is illegal. As if any conquered government ever said, yes, please replace our government. That's completely legal. Yes, please, do it, of course.
Well, General Gas, how do you plan to handle this situation?
I'm planning to march right in there and say, you're welcome. That's right. You're welcome for the aqueducts. You're welcome for the beautiful roads. Let's face it, before we brought these folks indoor plumbing, the place was literally a shithole. Literally. Now, if I can't convince them to show a little gratitude, let the crucifixions begin. That always gets them in line. Always.
Gasius, that sounds kind of brutal, my brother. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, Charles, the reality of this world isn't pretty, and the truth often hurts. Jacob, I wish you great fortune in your pursuit playing the strings of your lyre. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you on social media.
So long, Gas.
Peace.
Hey, man. That Gas guy's weirdo, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was pretty tight, in the worst way. Crucifixion? I ain't heard about that junk since Jesus.
Man, had me all tripping out. So, hey, man, welcome back, man.
Bro, thanks for
Tell
having
us a
me.
little bit about yourself, man. I want to know a little personal stuff, man. Where you were born, how old you are, stuff like that, man. Just get into some personal business.
I was born by the river. Just kidding.
I love it.
I was born in Blackshear, Georgia.
Okay.
And I graduated from Waycross, Georgia. Actually, I was born in Waycross, Georgia. I grew up in Blackshear, Georgia, but our town is so small, we didn't have a hospital. So we had to go 9 miles away to Waycross for me to get born. And that's where I graduated high school from. And then I came to Savannah State, here in Savannah, where we are right now, for college. And then I dropped out like 3 times. And still haven't finished. And now I'm just doing music because that was way more lucrative than what I planned on doing.
Let me ask you this, my brother. Have you ever been to the Okefenokee Swamp?
Yes. Let me tell you, I actually, so like during the tour I had, and I don't know how long this was ago, but like we had this tour, we were on the boat, and the dude took a glass and he dipped it in the swamp, and he drank a little bit, and he was like, "Anybody want to drink some of this?" And like now, to me right now, I would have been like, "This some white people stuff right here." But like, we're just like, "Hey, wait."
This ain't normal.
Back in the day, I was like, "Oh shoot," and we did it, and it was good. It's good water, and he told us about it. It was like good to drink and all that, which was like crazy. Yeah, that's the only thing. Aside from like the alligators or crocodiles.
Oh my God, they're big ones. Oh, Big Roy was on that island there.
Oh yeah, people are so friendly with deaf creatures. But yeah, it's cool.
I hear you. All right, well, let's get into it, man. When did you start playing music, bro?
All right, so also I missed the last one. I'm 27, and I started playing in the summer before my senior year of high school.
Wow.
Let me tell you about this. Don't tell nobody. This is a secret. I'm just kidding. Yo, so I got grounded that summer because I ran away from home for 3 days. I didn't do anything crazy, nothing really fun. I was just hanging at my friend's house, and he had his mom, his dad, his grandparents there. And we played Skyrim. That game just came out. And we just chilling doing that. Now the thing is, my mom normally called me every hour on the hour when I was in high school. She was just, But for some reason, one day she didn't call me. So she didn't want me home. So I didn't go home. So I stayed there. And then the next day, my mom didn't call me again. So I stayed there. And then the next day, my mom still had not called me. But my sister did. And so I went home. And because my sister said she was bored, I got the worst whooping of my life. They took everything out of my room except a book, guitar, and a bed. And so I read 2 800-page books in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And that's the last time I ever read a book since the Berenstain Bears.
Man.
Wizard's First Rule. Also, if anyone needs a recommendation, Wizard's First Rule. Oh my gosh, that book. Oh my gosh, the first book is so dope. And I'm extremely biased, but it go hard.
So where did it take off from there? When did you start picking up and start playing out locally?
So I actually started, I actually started illegally. I started playing on River Street, like on the street, but with amplification. You're not supposed to do that. I used to play outside as Tubbies. And I tried to wait until like the people that were playing up there stopped playing, because I didn't know the hours that people play or anything like that. But then I kept doing that, and then one day, the manager from Tubby's at that time came downstairs and was like, "How about you do that up there, and then we'll pay you." And then I got my first gig. And then,
man, that's incredible, man. Right on the river.
Boom, boom, shakalaka, laka. But from that, I met like other musicians, and then they had me like cover for them at different places. And then those places were like, "Well, how about you do a day or two here?" And then that just spread, and then boom, I'm in the music scene.
Well, speaking of other musicians, I was chewing the chit with my old buddy Thomas Claxton on the phone day before yesterday. And Thomas asked me, he said, "Well, who's on your show next week?" And I said, I hadn't had a chance to get out and meet this guy yet, but the name is Jacob Evans. Immediately he said, "Let me tell you something about this young man. He's a great songwriter. He's a good musician. He has got it going on. He needs to gain experience out there, and people need to hear this young man. He has got it going on." So I just want to let you know, Thomas has been around here playing this town for a long time, hitting the road, everything else. You're already making a mark on people, man. So he had nothing but high remarks to say about you, brother.
Yo, Thomas ain't no slouch. That's that dude. That's that dude. Actually, I had a chance to play with him at one of Tom Cooler's singer-songwriter rounds.
Yes, tell me some stuff about that experience, man.
That was cool, man. First of all, I'm very happy that I got to do that. But also, it's a very cool thing to do.
Oh, yes.
Like, everybody's doing their original music, and we got to, like, and some of us played on other people's stuff. Like, that was a wonderful thing. So it was me, Thomas, Logan, and also a guy named Start with a K. He's so dope. I actually want to produce him, actually, randomly, off topic. But anyway, it was so cool. Logan played on my stuff. I played on Logan's stuff. But yeah, Thomas got a voice that's just like a stand out, bro. Like, that's different. That's like a extremely powerful rock voice that he does. It's just like, and I do not hear that in Savannah. It's great.
And not to mention, he's out there grinding every day, man.
For sure.
You know, what you put in is what you're going to get out in this business. You know, I haven't had the chance. I've been out of the music scene for a while, and I'm just getting back into it. So that's why I haven't had a chance to meet you or hear about you yet. It's not that you're not out there. I just hadn't had a chance. And Eddie actually told me, he said, man, how about let's introduce this guy and interview Jacob Evans. And I was like, okay, can you tell me a little bit about it? And he goes, yeah. And he pushed play on his computer in there, and it was you actually, you were sitting beside this blonde-headed short girl at the songwriter series, and you started playing one of your original musics. And man, it had so much, oh my God, it did something to me, man. And that's when I said, you know what, I don't need to know nothing about this guy. I done heard what I needed to hear, so that's why you're sitting right here. Savannah, you need to come check this guy out. He's the real deal. So other than Thomas Claxton, tell me some other good musicians that you've had a chance to meet on the songwriter series.
Let's see. The late and great Gary Swindell, actually. Played with him at Sentient Being. Got to like borrow / keep his capo / steal. You know, amazing. Like staple in the music in Savannah. Amazing. Got to play with this man before he passed. Amazing man. And then also his son does his music too, and he's amazing in his own regard. He's yeah. That was, and I never would have got the chance to do that without, you know, the singer-songwriter series.
Yeah.
And
appreciate you, Tom Cooler.
Real talk. That's amazing. I am so thankful for that, and look forward to the next chance I get to do that.
I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to hearing you. So tell me, like, do you have any specific places that you enjoy, or any places that is your favorite?
For sure. I would say my Friday gig at the Bryce is pretty cool. I get to play in this courtyard, and that's more of a live feel than like the normal gig when you're like playing at a bar. It's just chilled, and people that come out there are normally just like there to hear the music. It's nice. And then the acoustics sit very well, you know. It's very nice. And it looks beautiful out there, to be honest.
Let me ask you this. What about bands? Have you ever had participation in a band?
Yes. All right, old and new. Old, I was in a band called The Other Guys. Oh yeah, I didn't like it. It was already formed before I came in, but it was cool. We had fun. It was a high school band. I played trumpet and sang and stuff. It was cool, and that's where I like first heard myself like recorded for the first time. But then now moving to present day, I play with monsters.
Yes.
My friends are monsters.
Bottom line.
Extremely talented musicians, and like anytime I get asked to play like a band gig, I just holla at my boys, and we destroy the gig because it's our job.
Jacob, just wanted to tell you, man, it's been such a pleasure to have you on this show, man. Nothing but love, respect, and honor for you, bro. I cannot wait to come out and see you. Before we go, do you have any plugs that you would like to, you know, give any shout out to?
Actually, for sure. So
bring them.
I got this thing called Sit-In Session. This business that I'm starting, I'm doing artist development and like media and humanities and stuff. So I'm like developing artists and then like throwing events for them to play at and stuff like that, and just building that up in Savannah. And yeah, I throw secret shows and public shows like that. Instagram, Jacob Sandwich. All right, but also the business Sit-In Sessions on Instagram, just like it says, no space. And yeah, that's gonna be some cool stuff in Savannah to look forward to.
Right on.
Because Savannah does not have listening rooms, and that's a different experience for musicians and music listeners.
Yes, sir. Well, I tell you what, brother, such a pleasure to meet you. Such a pleasure to have you on the show. And can I ask you for a favor?
For sure.
Before we get out, will you strum something good for a brother? Let me have a little something.
I got to.
Bring that thing to me. Bring it to me, man.
Yo, this is a song that I wrote about a girl I never met. One of the 6 songs I wrote about a girl I've never met. No sob story, we'll just jump into it. This song is called Imaginary You. Well, baby, tell me what's wrong. It's been weeks since you picked up the phone. Had a feeling that something's going on. Yeah, but I'll leave it alone. Now I know that it's probably my fault now, and Lord knows that I come on too strong. Had a feeling that you were too good to be true. Now it's just me and my imaginary you. You know it's foolish for me to be here now, but oh please, love, please make it clear to me. You see I love you and my love is sincere. So oh please, love, please don't leave me here. Oh, baby, now I'll let you go. But could you pick my heart off the floor? Had a feeling that you were too good to be true. Well, now it's just me and my imaginary you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, I should probably stop writing all these songs about you, but it helps me be without you. See, I can't hold you, so I hold on to these songs. Yeah. See, something told me you were too good to be true, but now it's just me and my. But now it's just me and my. Well, now it's just me and my imaginary you.
Yeah. 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 Jacob Evans in the house.
Yo, thongs.
Thank you so
Bruh,
much, man.
thank you, bro.
Incredible, man. See you next time on Savannah Music Chit Chat.